Hi everyone, it's Frank Hansen with Iowa Realty, and I'm here today with Josh Conness from the Iowa Barn Door and Mantel store in Valley Junction. They're actually on Railroad at about 8th Street. So Josh, thanks for being here today.
Oh, thanks for coming in.
Can you tell me a little bit about your business here?
What we specialize in is the heat treatment process of reclaimed material and then basically building custom furniture out of that material. You'll see that it's hard to find good dry wood nowadays, so we use material that can be upwards of 100 plus years old. So,
oh wow,
we can usually get some nice dry stuff that way, I guess, and then we just build stuff that's a little bit unique.
Where do you get most of your wood?
Majority of it's from barns across Iowa. We did get some material from the barracks out at the Fort Des Moines.
Oh wow!
But about any which way you can think of.
Right. Well, when you say you heat treat wood, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Basically, an insect can't live past 118 degrees for 6 hours. So if you can get the core of a beam upwards of 118 for 6 hours, in theory, no insects can live past that. Now, the National Forestry Service recommends 140 degrees, so we get our booth upwards of 145 degrees for multiple days, and to ensure that we're doing the process correctly.
So then, tell me if I'm right or wrong. I guess you just put it in the heat treatment and turn it up, and the bugs just
basically
die.
So the thicker the material, the longer it needs to be in there, kind of like a steak essentially.
Yeah.
But like 1-inch material, 2-inch material, we can usually do in a couple days.
How did you get started in this? I mean, it's very interesting.
And
being a woodworker myself, I'm really impressed.
Yeah, I don't know. So I've always been in the trades. I've always had a sense of drive ever since I was younger, even from plowing, with a shovel and mowing yards to, I don't know. I seen there was a market for the sliding doors, so I built a white door, a brown door, and a red door, and posted it online, and that was 5 or 6 years ago, I guess, and maybe 3 or 4 locations ago.
How long have you been in this location here?
Almost 2.5 years.
2.5 years, and before that you were right in Valley Junction.
Yeah, over on like the retail side of 5th Street there. It was a nice little shop, great for what we were doing, but this is definitely a little bit more appropriate for, I don't know, the jobs that we're doing.
What's one of the most unusual things that you've made?
I've made presidential propaganda for presidential candidates when they've came to town before.
Oh, I'll be darned.
I don't know. I've done, anything from that to now we're doing, barn ball, or what you might know as ski ball, I guess.
Right. Yeah, that's really unique that you started making shuffleboard and ski ball.
Yeah. Just got to think outside of the box. It takes a lot to gain my attention, so it's something different and something fun that keeps me going, I guess.
Well, and then I just noticed that he had a foosball table, so he's getting into foosball now.
Yeah, well,
you have to rename the company.
Yeah. We're doing our 3rd foosball right now, and we've done 51 shuffleboard tables, working on. But I grew up with some of these games growing up, and I think it was just instilled in me, and I don't know. Now I have the opportunity to make fun stuff for other people, so it's just, I don't know. It's a win-win for everybody.
Who buys most of your shuffleboards? Are they for bars?
No, majority of them go residential
do they?
in the basement. I've done like probably 45 of them in just basements, like 12 feet, 11 and a half feet long, right around there. Every once in a while we do commercial, for like their break room or something like that.
Well, I'd like to kind of show some of the shop around here and some of the wood that you've got, some of the things you've made. So
yeah, you're more than welcome.
We'll cut this part of it off right now, and
thank you very much.
And then we can go take a look at some of the projects you got going.
Sounds good.
All right. I asked Josh about this big piece of wood here that he's got. You want to tell us about that, Josh?
Oh, it's going to be one of the bigger pieces I've ever had. It's headed to Ida Grove. This would be where a limb came out. It'd be the crotch of the tree, so it's going to have some really neat figuring on there. Right about now, it's right 5 inches thick. It'll get milled flat down to 3.5 inches. Something like this is 54 inches in the center, 44, and about 10 feet long. It's going to make a really neat entryway table. We'll throw a little epoxy on it, and it will be something that will be a real showstopper when you come in the house. This will be an entryway table in people's home.
That's going to be neat. Right. So, Josh, tell me a little bit about what you're doing here.
Yeah, here's a project we're working on today. It's a foosball table. So it starts with the cabinet grade plywood, combi core, solid wood center plywood, and we cover it all on the good stuff, the reclaimed material. This one has a 2-inch butcher block center. I don't know. It's gonna last for a long time. It's something that's gonna be passed down probably from generation to generation. Something that's a piece of art when it's done, rather than just a functional foosball table, I guess.
Right, right. Here's what Josh calls a barn ball table. You want to tell us about that, Josh?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, you can get a table like this about anywhere, but when you want something to look as nice as it plays, that's when you usually come here. We do everything by hand. Even the metal rods, each individually, were welded together, bending the plastics, even the ball hop. But I don't know, we just try and make something that's extra special, something that somebody can get anything, so we try and make it a little bit different.
I'd say that's going to last forever, huh? Are you any good at it?
No, not today, it looks like. I guess not. But it should be a lot of fun.
Good. All right. Well, we really appreciate having you here today, Josh, and you taking the time to interview for us.
No, thanks for coming down. I appreciate it. And anytime we can spread the word about Iowa Barn Door, I appreciate that.
It's really a unique, business. And like I said, being a woodworker, I'm really impressed.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah, we try to do the best we can. We're always buying more tools, so stop on down and see what we got going on.
Okay.